Have you ever found yourself stuck in the comparison trap, measuring your own worth against someone else's achievements? We all, at some point in our lives, have found ourselves in this predicament. Let's explore two real-life scenarios that reveal the damaging effects of self-comparison. Imagine a young professional, let's call him John. John's a hard worker, diligent, and committed to his job. However, he's always looking over his shoulder, comparing his career progression with his peers. He sees colleagues getting promoted faster, taking on high-profile projects, or receiving accolades. These comparisons consume him, leading to a constant state of stress and dissatisfaction. John's self-worth is tied to his perceived position in the professional hierarchy, and when he feels like he's lagging, it triggers feelings of inadequacy and frustration. His joy in his work is overshadowed by the constant pressure to keep up or overtake others in a race that seems never-ending. Now, let's shift our focus to another story. Meet Jane, a college student who's fallen into the trap of comparing her looks and popularity with others on social media. Jane spends hours scrolling through feeds filled with perfectly curated images of her peers. She sees their flawless beauty, their vibrant social lives, their accolades, and it leaves her feeling inadequate. Jane's self-esteem takes a hit every time she logs onto her social media accounts. She starts to believe she's not good enough, pretty enough, or popular enough. Her self-worth becomes intertwined with the number of likes and comments she receives on her posts. As these stories illustrate, comparing ourselves with others can lead to a spiral of negative emotions. It's a trap that doesn't just breed dissatisfaction, but can also be detrimental to our mental health. It's important to remember that everyone's journey is different, and it's unfair to measure our worth based on someone else's path. The only comparison that truly matters is the one you make with yourself. Are you better today than you were yesterday? That's the question that should guide us. Imagine a life where you're free from the burden of comparison, and your belief in yourself fuels your confidence and success. This is not a far-fetched dream, and today we're going to explore the power of self-belief through two inspiring stories. Our first story is about an entrepreneur named John. John had an idea that he wholeheartedly believed in, but it was met with skepticism and rejection at every turn. He was told that his idea was too ambitious, impractical, and that he was setting himself up for failure. Yet John was undeterred. He held on to his self-belief, refined his idea, and kept knocking on doors, even when they were repeatedly shut in his face. After countless rejections and failures, John's unwavering self-belief eventually paid off. His idea was finally accepted, and today, John's company is a testament to the power of self-belief. Next, we meet Emily, a passionate artist who dared to be different. Emily's art was unconventional, and it didn't fit into the traditional norms of the art world. Many told her to adapt to the popular trends, to create what was in, what was selling. But Emily, fueled by her self-belief, chose to stay true to her unique style. She continued to create art that stirred her soul, art that was a true reflection of herself. Today, Emily's art is celebrated worldwide, not despite its uniqueness, but because of it. These stories are not just about John and Emily. They represent each one of us who has ever doubted our abilities, questioned our worth, or compared ourselves to others. They remind us that our greatest strength lies within us, in our belief in ourselves. When we believe in ourselves, we're not just freeing ourselves from the shackles of comparison. We're also empowering ourselves to face challenges, to dream big, and to strive for our goals, no matter how daunting they may seem. These stories remind us that when we believe in ourselves, we unlock our true potential and pave our own path to success. What if the key to happiness and success lies not in comparison, but in embracing our uniqueness and individuality? Let's take a moment to reflect on that. Every one of us is unique, possessing a distinct blend of strengths, weaknesses, and life experiences. It's like we are all distinct colors on a palette, each bringing a unique shade to the world. When we embrace our individuality, we create our own masterpiece. Throughout our lives, we tend to compare ourselves to others. We look at their achievements, their possessions, their lifestyles, and we wonder why we aren't there yet. But this comparison is often unfair. We're comparing our behind the scenes with their highlight reel, and that's never an accurate representation of reality. Instead, let's shift our focus from comparison to self-improvement. Think about the person you were yesterday, last week, last month, or even last year. Have you grown since then? Have you learned new things, overcome challenges, or achieved personal goals? If yes, then you're on the right track. The joy of personal growth is far more fulfilling than the fleeting satisfaction of outdoing someone else. It's about becoming a better version of yourself, not about surpassing someone else. Now, let's explore the concept of uniqueness. Every snowflake is unique, and so are you. You have a unique set of skills, ideas, and perspectives that no one else possesses. Your uniqueness is your superpower. It's what sets you apart from the crowd. Embrace this uniqueness. Nurture it. Use it to your advantage. Your uniqueness is not a flaw. It's a strength. It's what makes you, you. Remember, the world doesn't need another copy. It needs originals, and that's exactly what you are. So let's bid farewell to comparisons. Let's focus on our growth, on our journey, and on our uniqueness. Let's celebrate our individuality and rejoice in our distinctiveness, because at the end of the day, it's our uniqueness that makes us truly special. Remember, the only person you should strive to be better than is the person you were yesterday. So believe in yourself, embrace your uniqueness, and shine in your own light.